Damn Flatbush, I love you. Just promise a real nigga you won't take my life. No hood comes above you.
They say the hood make the man, so I think the hood for the man, not a yam. Used to run the streets, weapon in my hand. Halloween night, nigga, click, clack, bang. That was my life. Long ass Flatbush night, 31 second ENY fights. Nigga used to lose and try to come for your life. Try to come for your life. Try to come for your life.
Hardly home, but always reppin'. Always reppin'. Hardly home, but always reppin'. Always reppin', hardly home, but always reppin'. Always reppin', hardly home, but always reppin'. Always reppin'.
ENY home of the real niggas. Murder brothers.
It's your boy Mo Brown.
Your boy Van Deezy.
And we are the Upstate New York Knicks fans. Welcome to the Upstate New York Knicks podcast, where we give you the Knicks take north of Westchester. We are located and recording live from the 315, Syracuse, New York. We were both born in Brooklyn, New York. However, we're now loving life up here in the Q's. They say you could take us out the city, but the garden is in my heart forever.
And ever.
This podcast is also produced by Smooth Family Entertainment. Please check us out on Twitter at Smooth Family ENT. Also, be sure to follow the pod at Upstate_Knicks. And both of us, you can find me at MoBreezy213 and Guru at Frostbomb Guru. This week was a lot.
A lot is an understatement.
A lot is an understatement. Man.
Active depression.
This
is the raw. This is as raw as it's going to get on the Upstate Knicks podcast.
Legit though.
In terms of raw emotion,
pain,
and suffering.
This is probably the most painful episode we've ever recorded.
Oh, I promise you.
Ever. Nothing but pain.
Episode 23.
So we are recording this on May 8th. Right after we lost Game 4 in Miami to the Miami referees, the Miami Heat. The Heat played really poorly. What was the score? 109-101.
Yep.
We was outworked. We'll talk about all of the games. So since we last spoke, 3 games, right? Games 2.
3 games.
And then games 3 and 4. So we're down 3-1, headed home, at home on Wednesday. Win a go home situation, back against the wall.
Yes, indeed.
Down 3-1 is not impossible, but it feels impossible because we are not looking like ourselves. Full stop.
We are not playing good sport.
We are not playing good sport at all. The things that we have done all year that have worked for us, we are no longer doing those things.
Those are things that we are actively avoiding doing.
We don't.
That is what we're doing.
We were really good at rebounding. We are no longer rebounding.
We are no longer a rebound. Rebounding is no longer our strength.
It is not a priority anymore. That is over.
Someone claimed that we possibly had a top 5 offense in basketball.
This is what the ratings would allow you to believe. However, as someone who has watched 4 games of us versus the Miami Heat, it is really tough for me to support that statement. It's really tough.
All right. So let's be clear. I want to put the disclaimer out there early in the episode.
Okay, let's hear it.
If you hear any laughter, if you hear any like signs of glee, I want you to know those are not signs of glee. There's only pain this episode. Only pain this episode. An episode full of pain.
Yes.
We are officially, and I'm gonna look it up, but we are like 2-17 on record day.
This is true.
And this is not a coincidence. I said this last week. This is not a coincidence. The New York Knicks should never play games on Mondays or Tuesdays.
It is just not our thing.
It's not conducive to the recording schedule of the Upstate Knicks podcast. and I will plead with Adam Silver to remove all Monday and Tuesday games from the schedule.
Just not our thing.
Not.
So it's an awkward situation. Oh yeah, we get into it. We get. Should we go chronologically? 2, 3.
Well, it's all pain. It's all pain.
It's all pain, really. The order don't matter.
So game 2, the Knicks won. The Knicks won.
We tried to lose that one.
We absolutely tried to sell game 2. I would like to preface this by saying, if you've heard the last episode, I sound cautiously confident. I would say by the end of game 2, I was no longer cautiously confident.
Yeah.
Even though we were going back to Miami 1-1. So game 2 started. We had Jalen and Julius back in the lineup. No Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler sat out the game. But that didn't change anything for our New York Knickerbockers because we actively tried to get the Miami Heat game. And we had no desire to absolutely blow them out and make a statement on our home floor. Instead, we had to scrap against a team that was running out Bam Adebayo and Kyle Lowry as their leader scorers, and Gabe Vincent, 2 undrafted players in their starting lineup, and we are absolutely selling.
They really played Kyle Lowry 31 minutes. You know how hard it is to come close to a team playing Kyle Lowry 31 minutes in May? In May of 2023. But we really tried to do it. All right, so I'll go through. So game 2, Brunson had 30 on 19 shots, 5 boards, 2 assists. Made a lot of plays, specifically in the 4th. Julius gave you 25, 12, and 8. It was his first game back. It was a good sign to see him. He didn't look hurt, and he had looked hurt before that. So seeing him not look hurt was huge. Solid game from RJ, 24 on 17 shots. Took way too many threes, but he was shooting. They was dropping. He went 5 for 9 from 3. 3 assists, 3 boards. Trying to think what else stood out. Quickly couldn't buy a bucket. I'm gonna say he was over 4 from 3. Never really got it going. Honestly, our bench has just been
selling
woeful. So, what did they had? 12 points. They had 12 points in game 2, and that was probably their best game.
Yes. We have been actively been sold by everybody on our bench. The same depth that we have boasted, and we'll talk about it further. But the same depth that we have boasted, not less than 2 episodes ago, is absolutely selling us at this moment in junction during the season.
Legit,
and that is just peak Knicks, bro. Like that is just peak Knicks. It's hard to sit down and think like, yo, we would keep a level of consistency throughout. And it's like, yo, God.
We have not. We have not done that.
No desire.
I will say, Thibs did the bench no favors. We had a lineup that was just working great, but like the last 30 games of the season, it was just working excellent. It was smooth. Everybody knew their role. And then Thibs was like, yeah, that's over. We're going to immediately go away from that.
We are dealing with a maniac.
I thought that was not wise.
We are dealing with a maniac.
But yeah, no, the story of game 2 was their 3-point shooting. They made 17 threes. That really kept them in the game, I think, a lot longer than they should have. But maybe they're just great shooters, and I'm just a hater. I didn't know.
I don't think that's the case. I do not think that's the case.
Dead-eye, red-eye shooters. But they were hitting. I don't know. Anything else about game 2 stood out to you?
Well, the only thing that really stood out to me is that we won the game by 6 and their best player did not play.
Yeah.
And it felt like we were going to lose the game until the 4th quarter, to be absolutely honest. I was panicking during game 2 because I was like, are we serious? I kept saying, are we serious? Because we were not playing serious basketball. Let's be clear, ladies and gentlemen. We have not played serious basketball in over a week.
Yeah.
We have played I'm not gonna lie, the last serious basketball I've seen was like the first 6 minutes of the second quarter of game 1. Like that's how I feel. I'm so serious. Like that is the last version of serious basketball I've seen from these New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. And it's insane. It's insane. Like we almost blew this game. We got everybody and their mother could hit a 3-pointer against us because we play drop coverage, and that's just in Steph Curry's NBA. And if you've been with us since episode 1, this has been my gripe. The fact that we play drop coverage in an NBA that shoots the basketball. Now, in theory, the Miami Heat are not a good shooting basketball
this is
team.
True. If there's ever a team to let shoot, apparently it's these guys. However, not wide open. You cannot let.
Like, there's no reason why Caleb Martin is going 22-8. Playing 38 minutes, and then Gabe Vincent once again with 25 and 2. That's 2 games in a row. Gabe Vincent has scored over 20 points a game. The starting point guard for the Miami Heat. Like that is nuts to me. That is nuts. We got four premier defenders, and Gabe Vincent is getting chips. Like what is going on, bro? What is going on? That is not. We are losing the game. We are losing the games with the others. Like Jimmy is gonna Jimmy. But this losing, and in theory, like hindsight is 20/20. But this game is a precursor for what to come. Because if we are beating them by 6 without Jimmy, and Jimmy is a smart basketball player, he's gonna look at this and go, "Wait a minute, they are bumming it, and I'm not even on the basketball court." And it looks nuts. It looked nuts, even though we won by 6. I was not thrilled with this win, and the anxiety of having 4 days off as we transition into game 3. 4 days off because Giannis didn't want to get us a game 6, and we started our series early, like Phoenix, because Phoenix and Denver also got 4 days off. They played on Monday and then they played on Friday. We played on Tuesday and then we played on Saturday.
Copy.
To catch up with the other series with Boston and Philly and Lakers and Warriors. Yeah. So
I was wondering why, because it was mad time in between.
It was just that's just media manipulation. That's them they want everybody to be able to use the TV rights and have a game on every day. So they got to make sure that Shaq and them get paid and stuff like that. So that's
drag this shit out, yeah.
But as we transition over into game 3, oh my God.
Disgusting.
So I want to be clear, right? We don't speak about game 2 in the first round series because I felt as though that was an aberration.
But was it?
Was it an aberration? Because I was of the belief that if we collectively have a bad game, you get what I'm saying? Like, all right, that's just everybody having a bad game. Game 3 was disgusting. Like it was hard to watch. And let's also be clear, game 4 that we just watched was egregious to watch. Yes. Like this is not great basketball that we're watching from our heroes. But this game 3 was particularly disgusting because Jimmy Butler came back and it felt like the Miami Heat decided that they gonna sit up on the controller and
just go
and
play
and just start going and play out the gate. Yeah. They start cooking. I'm talking like they bring in intensity. They move it. I remember Jimmy went up on RJ. I'm like, yo, RJ, come on, bro. Like, come on, recognize the moment. And it felt like we did not recognize the moment at all in game 3. And it was disgusting to watch.
Their sense of urgency was just so much higher. And it was frustrating to watch because it really just felt like they wanted it more than us. And that shouldn't be the case. Like, their guys are older, Kevin Love already got a ring. Lowry got a ring. Like, they shouldn't want it more than us. And that's why it hurt. It's one thing if a team is just like better at basketball. That's okay. This doesn't feel like that. This just feels like they want it significantly more than us. And that makes it hurt that much more. Because it's just a conscious effort, not to die for loose balls, a conscious effort not to, I do want to talk about Bam Adebayo diving. He's taking everybody out. He stepped on Jalen's ankle. He hurt Julius. He dove back. He chop blocked quickly. Like, Bam Adebayo is really good at injuring players. And I didn't notice that, but it's paid dividends. They got quickly out. That's how you win in the playoffs. And we don't do that. Like, we're just not that scrappy team. And it's really tough because we should be that.
I feel like game 3 confirmed a little bit of my fear that we don't have no edge. Like, we don't got nobody out there that's just gonna like, all right. So everybody knows we like Draymond. Like, Draymond is our guy.
Yeah.
Like, Draymond is a nut. Like, he not a nut in the fact that he's like pulling, but he's like a nut in the fact like he's gonna absolutely do something if he recognizes that everybody is not bringing it. You get what I'm saying? Who was that on our team during game 3 that could absolutely do that? Like, you have to be able to command, like, you gotta not be a bum. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't be like the 11th man on the team telling people like, yo, get it. Like, we don't have Udonis Haslams and whatnot, like just chilling on the bench as a legacy player. And that's not to say UD is a bum, but he is, respectfully.
Respectfully. Yeah.
But it's like, we don't have nobody that's going to pick him up and be like, yo, like,
get right.
Come on, get right. Like, and I think that is something you got to have in the playoffs. I felt as though that we, and I still feel that way. Like, I'm not going to say that I'm completely dejected. I am, but it's like, at some point in time, somebody got to be like, all right, y'all playing like some fucking bums, bro. Like, who's gonna be that individual that be like, yo, y'all really playing like some fucking bums? Like
just be
that's
better.
Why I kind of that's why I kind of wish, and we was killing it. Like, even like somebody like Melo on the team, like letting niggas know, like, yo, bro, like, y'all wilding right now. Like,
y'all
D-Rose
are really being bums.
D-Rose not gonna do that. Like, if it was D-Rose, I could respect it. Like, they gonna respect what D-Rose say. But D-Rose is like, he not somebody that's gonna get hyped like that.
Yeah.
And like, Jimmy drive off, he drive off his emotions. Like, that's how he gonna play depending on how he feels. So if he's getting shit talking, this, that, and the third, like, that's what he thrive off. And it felt like we didn't have nothing that was gonna push it. Like, Julius, oh my God, Julius Randle. Oh my God. Nightmare
10
game.
points, 15 shots. Terrible.
Let's be clear. Be clear, ladies and gentlemen. Julius Randle might be an 82 game player. The facts support the fact that he is an 82 game player. He will give you a regular season. But the lights might be bright for my boy. I'm sorry.
The fact that Knicks fans wanted to pair Julius Randle and Donovan Mitchell just tells me
kind of nuts.
We never wanted to win in the 82
game players.
We really never had intentions on winning in the playoffs. Just crazy. The seasonal accusations are now it's not, it wasn't one series versus Atlanta. Now we have a good sample size.
It's legit. I'm not gonna lie. Having a 10-point drop off in the playoffs is absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
That don't even make sense.
That's big.
That don't even make sense.
That's not an aberration. That is huge. You are much worse in the playoffs.
Going from borderline all NBA to basically being like
a bum,
borderline unplayable on defense. Oh my God! When we start talking about game, once again,
here we go.
Julius Randle is just like,
the effort is not there.
It's so bad, bro.
And that's your best player. Bad. Like, that's your guy. You need that. He has to be there energy wise, and he just isn't.
you could just see it's tough, bro. Like you could just see it like, yo, bro, you gotta absolutely bring it, bro. Against these Miami Heat guys, bro. They are not better talent-wise than you, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's so simple. They're not better talent-wise than you. So you gotta bring it. Like they're bringing it off effort. Effort and hustle and trying to muck the game up. And they mucking it up. This, that, and a third.
Well.
And it's like they throwing us off kilter and it's blowing minds. It's blowing minds to watch.
Same.
And the reality of the situation is we could sit here and say this, that, and a third, but y'all putting bad data in the atmosphere. Y'all putting terrible data in the atmosphere to unsupport my argument that we are the better team.
Yeah.
And that is blowing minds. Because on paper and in theory, we should be cooking y'all.
Yes.
And we are absolutely not. And there are elements involved, like we are not hitting threes.
Yeah.
They are just calling the series like a fucking slugfest. Like they have no intentions of calling fouls unless you get smoked or like it's like that's, and I'm not gonna lie, if that's how it's gonna be, like you have to impose your will. And in game 3, Miami, that's all they did. They just imposed their will. Like it literally didn't do nothing special. They didn't shoot well. They didn't do nothing well. We just did everything so much worse. Yeah. So much worse that it absolutely made no difference to them. I don't even think they're playing good basketball. Like they're not playing very good basketball at all.
We're just playing really bad basketball.
Like it's crazy to watch. It's crazy to watch. It's crazy to see how they feel so in control of the game, and they felt that way in game 3. And as we transition into this bullshit ass game we just watched, game 4, it felt as though, and that is the theme of the series so far. Miami feels like they are in control. Every single time they come down the court, it feel like they could get whatever they want. And if they want to go out down there and get a wide open 3 and they miss the wide open 3, all right, we good. The shot is open though.
Yep, they'll get it back. Every single punch, like every time we thought we had a run going or we would cut it to 2, they was just like, all right, let's play serious now. And they would just get a K-Love wide open 3 or a Max Strus wide open 3. And we can't stop it. And it's frustrating for me because like now we got 4 games. Like there are some things we can do that we know work better for us. Trapping Jimmy up high, trapping him high has worked for us. We're not doing that. We let him come around the pick. We let him read the defense. We let him see the whole court and he makes the right play because he's a smart basketball player. And we're like, yeah, let's do this every single time. And I'm like, why? Why do this when you can trap him? I would much rather let somebody else beat us. But no, Jimmy had 10 assists. He had 10 assists. 10 assists, 27 points, 6 boards. Like he had not a career night, but he got it so easily. Like, he played 42 minutes.
It was a very calm 27 and 10.
Calm 27. Low energy. Just easy basketball. And we did nothing to make the game hard for them. It's frustrating. This was a gut check. This was one where I left was like, okay, damn. Because every single punch we took, like we gave, they took. And then they just killed us on the offensive glass, and that's our thing. They out offensive rebound us. One, the fact that they did it at all was annoying, 13-8. But in the fourth quarter, they couldn't buy a bucket, but it didn't matter at all because they got the offensive board every single percent. I don't want to say they scored every single time they came down the court. If it wasn't right away,
they went like 6 for something in the fourth, bro.
Yeah, and like the shooting numbers was terrible. Yeah, but they just kept getting boards.
Let's be clear: 13-8 offensive rebounds, and I want to say, bro, all like the discrepancy came in the fourth.
In the fourth, yeah, it was like 6-0 in the fourth.
Egregious, like,
and that's our thing. It was especially frustrating because Julius is like a huge defensive rebounder, like rebound chase even. He like stat chase on the defensive boards, and he just didn't have the energy there tonight. I don't know if it was, he played a lot of minutes on the bad ankle or we're just butt now, but
we might just actually be some mid.
We just weren't getting the loose balls. Tough.
It just felt like we would. All right. So it just felt like a lot of times throughout this game, like, it just felt like we didn't feel like we were the better team because of like the physicality of the game. And I mean, it's playoff basketball at the end of the day. Like, they're not calling the same fouls. Like, you have to make adjustments. Like, there was just no adjustments. There was no offense being run. There was no defense being played. Like, and we were somehow still in the game. And that's why I don't think that Miami was playing well. Like, they weren't playing well. They were hitting threes, timely threes when they had to hit them.
Yes.
They were keeping us within distance. Like, they were doing everything that a good basketball team does when they're not playing that good. Like, we had to look at it on the other side because we were constantly trying to claw back into the game. But honestly and truly, they hit us with a gut punch in a second, and they just kept that distance. Like, that's the reality of the situation. Like, everything else looks different except for the fact that we went from 31 to 30 to down 10, down 9 at the half. Or down, you get what I'm saying? Like, we just absolutely could not. Like, everything felt hard because we're out there absolutely selling during the ISO offense. Jalen Brunson is getting pressured full court. It's smart basketball. Like, what they're doing is smart basketball. Jalen Brunson is the only person I'm afraid of. I'm not afraid of Julius Randle. He averages 10 less points in the playoffs. That's what they're saying. They're saying if Julius Randle is going to beat me, so be it. I have no faith in him. Like, that is what Eric Spoelstra is saying, bro. Like, he don't got to say it out loud.
The full court press was blowing mine because this isn't game one. Like, they've been doing it for 3.5 games now. The Cavs did it last round, and we still haven't adjusted. Like, RJ Barrett and Quentin Grimes or whoever the other guards are, they still go down the court regularly. And I'm like, dog, they're going to pressure. Like, just. And
not only that, not only are they going to pressure you, right? Like, they only respect him. So if they only respect him, like RJ, I give him credit tonight. Like, he made the decision, like, but even still, he's bringing the ball up. He's wasting time trying to get Jalen the ball. No, go to the basket now. He's being double teamed, and it's on Thibs to scheme him out of the double team. Like, you just got him dribbling up the ball. Gabe Vincent is pressuring him 94 feet.
Legit.
We're going to do that every play. He's going to be tired. We're going to have 12 seconds to get into
playing 44 minutes.
Like, what are you doing?
Just dumb basketball.
Not smart basketball at all.
Frustrating getting out coached too. But you just see they make adjustments.
It's a disaster class for your boy.
They adjust very well, and we don't adjust. Several adjustments that we should have made. I don't know why we're not trapping Jimmy high. I don't know why we aren't making Duncan Robinson drive exclusively, like, run him off the line every single time. The man cannot pass. The man cannot finish at the rim. Honestly, I would make most of the players they have on the court into drivers, but we aren't doing that. We're slow on the closeouts. We're worried about Kevin Love beating us off the dribble. Just bad basketball.
And he did one time. He beat Julius Randle off the dribble because Julius Randle clearly does not know what a defensive stance is, bro. He's parading people to the basket. He gave Jimmy a lay. He gave Kevin Love a dime to fucking Bam for a lay. Like, it's disgusting, bro.
It's really nasty work
out there. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm absolutely frustrated.
Yeah.
I'm frustrated about game 4. It was a nasty loss, y'all. I'm not going to lie to you. We could really get into how nasty it is, but I feel like the core basis of it is that we just got out hustled. Like, we got out hustled by a Miami Heat team, 8th seed in the East, sold to Atlanta, cook Giannis in 5, and are trying to now cook us in 5, and we need to fucking respond. And I don't think that this is us, bro. Like, this is nasty to watch.
Legit.
Like,
it feels weird watching it. Like, we just watched them, 82 games, 5 games versus Cleveland. That's 87 games.
Just not imposing your will.
Of
you have
not
Bam
this.
Adebayo down there and Caleb Martin and Jimmy Butler, and you got everybody over there that's over 6. We got 2 players over 6'9". We got the 2 tallest players on the basketball court.
Yeah.
And we getting out rebounded, and we not only have 2 the tallest players on the basketball court. We got Mitchell Robinson, who averages over 10 rebounds, and Julius Randle, who averages over 10 rebounds. And we cannot secure fucking rebounds. Like,
they out rebounded us 35-44. That's crazy. That's so bad. Oh,
Bam Adebayo is their center. He is 6'9".
That's so
Kyle
tough.
Lowry was getting boards. Like, it's crazy, bro.
One thing I will say, and not even because, let's be clear, this is the pain cast. There's no hope. There's no like bright lights, but it was a good sign that because I think we played atrociously. Honestly, the fact that we was within punching distance in the fourth quarter to me was a revelation. We looked terrible.
Absolutely mid.
They got so many. I wish this could pull up fast break points easily, but they got so many points off of the trap, and like good outlet passes. And it's like, if we just forced them to play defense, like play offense, if we made them, get into their offensive sets and do stuff, they were running good plays, but they were not successful. Like that part, we were able to guard them, but they just out hustled us and we lost because we just never met their level of intensity for 8 quarters in Miami. And
that's insane to me.
It's really nuts.
We walked out of Miami 0-2.
0-2.
It's time. Let me let you know. It's time for me.
Let's hear
it. It is time. So let's be clear. Let's be very, very clear. There's a lot of fucking mid to go around, right?
Yes. Everybody has been ass.
Everybody has been some version of ass. Jalen Brunson has not been Jalen Brunson.
Correct.
It has been Jalen Brunson. Good, but not elite. Yes. Not the man that I know.
Yeah. You feel me? Not the all NBA talent that I've been talking about all season.
Not the top 5 point guard in the NBA that I know.
No. Top 1 in the East. He's not that guy.
I will give Rowan Barrett Jr. the fact that he has elevated his game. But he is the only one.
Yes. He's the only person who's noticeably better than the regular season version of themselves.
And that's saying a lot because the regular season version of Rowan Barrett Jr. was some fucking mid.
Was a fucking mid. And the playoffs started and he was like, wait, let me just not be mid.
Specifically in this series and throughout, like Quentin has not had a good playoffs at all.
Yeah. Josh
Hart has had a good playoffs, but he's back and forth. Really. Like this has been a bad series for Josh.
Yeah, this has been a bad series. I will say he was good versus Cleveland. This series is bad, but honestly, I put some of that on his coach.
I put that all on his coach.
I put some of that on his coach.
That is where I'm going. Everybody has had some form of mid, but the leader of the pack, the middiest of them all, you guessed it, one Tomas Thibodeau. The fucking maniac.
Nasty.
I'm here to let y'all know it's the playoff edition of Is It Fire Tips the Clock. I'm letting y'all know right now, this shit is egregious.
It's time.
This shit is egregious. It is fucking time. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. All right.
I wanted to give him a pass. I really did want to give him a pass.
I cannot, bro. What is going on?
I can't.
What am I watching? Now, it is one thing, right? Like, Eric Spoelstra, like, let's be clear, y'all. Eric Spoelstra is a very good basketball coach.
Yes.
Like, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
They have him as a top 25 coach of all time. Hall of Fame coach. Hall of Fame talent. Raised from the slums of the Heat basement. They won the kid. He knows the game of basketball. Like, he is smart. Eric Spoelstra has been making adjustments since the first half of game 1.
Yep.
Every single time. And it is shown on the basketball court. You literally see it. from, okay, Jalen Brunson is nice. We're just going to pressure him for the entire game. Like, we'll just send everybody to pressure him, and they'll just have to play him. Mm-hmm. And he'll just have to beat us by being super nice. Mm-hmm. Or Julius Randle will have to beat us because we don't believe in Julius Randle beating us. He averages 15 points in the fucking playoffs.
Yeah.
Thibs looks at this, and I think Thibs is like, nah, bro. I think, I'm not going to lie to you. My toxic take is that Thibs has a Love Jones for Jimmy Butler, and he is actively sabotaging.
This man
That's my toxic take. Because this type of shit that he letting Jimmy Butler get away with, like, and this man is a defensive specialist. Like, this is what they tell the streets, bro. And like, it's not like he hasn't shown us as well that he is capable of spearheading a top 5 defense. Like,
yeah.
To look at what the lack of adjustments that he's making and seeing what he sees on the court and not like making like decisions, like the fucking lineup he put out today, bro. Like, I was like, bro, the one that got us 9 points in the fucking hole, like Deuce, Josh Hart, fucking
Hart, iHeart,
iHeart,
Toppin
and like, bro,
that was not a good lineup.
Where's the shooting coming from?
Annoying. Playing right into their hands.
Yeah, it's like they want you to do that. Like, it's the playoffs. It's game 4, bro. It's game 4. First of all, if it's game 4, one of my 2 all NBA level talents are not coming out the game. Like,
yeah, one of y'all gonna be on the court.
Like, honestly and truly, y'all taking breaks for each other. Because that's what we're doing right now. Because that's what we need. I need somebody who could score a bucket on the court at all times. At all times.
Full stop.
Like, that was just such poor decision making, bro. No, he didn't have RJ. RJ wasn't on the court. It was Quentin Grimes on the court. I'm like, yo, nobody's going to drop the basketball, bro. Who's going to drop the basketball? What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Yeah. Like, yo, I know Spoelstra is looking at this like, yo, like they asked Eric Spoelstra at the end of the third, like when they do the interviews, like, Julius Randle's getting hot. What you think you're gonna do about Julius Randle? He said, yo, I'm gonna just let Julius Randle do him, bro. Like, honestly, like I felt like this was, I don't know if that's what he said, but I heard him.
That's what I heard.
He was talking, and I literally heard him say, like, verbatim, like, Julius is just gonna have to do what he do, bro, because honestly, I don't think that nigga nice, bro. Like, I feel like that's what he said. Like, I think
he might as well said that.
I don't think he's that tough. I think Jalen is tough, and I'm not letting Jalen cook me. Like, I feel like that's the decision, yo, bro.
I mean, that's real. We have no answer for Kyle Lowry. We know exactly what Kyle Lowry's gonna do every single time he comes in.
Yes,
and we've not adjusted.
Let me tell you
at all.
So let me tell you what we do. We have it. Because we play drop coverage, right?
Yeah.
Because we play drop coverage. Y'all go watch the tape. This, that, and the third. But what I've watched live was some bullshit. We play drop coverage. So what we do is that Thibs encourages you to go under the screen, because if you go under the screen, you can stop the drive, and they're not a good shooting team.
Yes.
But what you need to recognize is that if you go under, we always go under the screen. All Bam is doing is getting mad wide, bro.
Yeah.
Giving them extra seconds to pull. And if they make it, bro. But they still up 9. They still up 10. Like, we're not playing good defense. Like, we're not playing good offense. We're going up the court, we're pulling some bullshit, and then we're coming back down the court, or we not grabbing rebounds, or we sitting there like, yo, it's looking crazy. It's looking crazy. And Tom Thibodeau, he is the fucking leader of this fucking bullshit that's going on, bro. Like, I cannot believe the shit that he's putting out there, bro. Like, he's actively not running offense. Like, he's telling Jalen Brunson, go be him. I respect that offense in a game where there is somebody like Donovan Mitchell trying to guard Jalen Brunson. they switching Jimmy on Jalen. Like,
they're showing several looks.
It's not time. Like, you have to encourage these things, bro. Like, these things have to be encouraged. You're not getting open shots. You're not running the right offense. Like, then what are you running out there? The play can't be like, yo, read and react. That's a whole bunch of read and react offense. Like, that's how you encourage the all ISO offense. The ball stops. They sitting there watching Julius hold the ball for 8 minutes in the post and then make a poor decision. Like, come on.
And they just sit on it.
We always say, we don't want Julius to think. I don't want that.
The non-thinking Julius is the only acceptable Julius.
The one we want, and that's the one we desire at all times.
Yeah.
So if that's the one we desire at all times, bro, what are we doing with this thinking Julius right now? Why is Thibs not in this nigga? Like, yo, bro, like, if you don't grab that ball and go immediately to the rack, bro, because that's all he got to do. Yo, first of all,
he
bro,
did it.
Julius is acting like, and everybody in the paint is acting like Bam Adebayo. And Bam Adebayo is a good defender. When did Bam Adebayo become the shot blocking king that everybody's like, yo,
nobody wants to drive on?
Like, what are we doing here? Like, Quinn got punched, right? Like, he got his shit punched because he actively tried to dunk on Jimmy Butler. And I respect that. Like, let's fucking try to dunk on him, bro. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, that's all they doing. They literally packing the paint. The same thing I said from game one, bro. Second half from game one. They are packing the paint because they are like, you are going to have to shoot us out of oblivion, out of this zone, bro. Yeah. They're not, this shit is nasty. How is Thibs not seeing this, bro? How are you a basketball coach and you're not seeing how they playing? Like, this is, I'm not going to lie, it's even more frustrating because it looks very beautiful. It looks like an extremely beautiful defense that they're playing. They're just fighting over screens.
We just got to make shots. Like, it's that simple. Like, or at least to me, it really looks like they're just like, y'all not gonna make shots, so we gonna let y'all take shots. And we're just, instead of trying to get the shots we want, we're settling for the shots they're giving us and also not making them. And it's just a terrible combo. But we've been critical of the all ISO offense all year. It had the 4th highest net rating, but I still don't think it's a good offense. I just think that you need to be able to get easy points. All 101 of our points were earned. We earned all 101 of the points. I want to say they only earned about 80 of their points. They got a good amount of easy points off of, RJ running into the double team and jumping, and now Max Strauss get a layup, quick transition. Like, we don't have no way to get easy offense.
Our second best player getting 20 points.
What's up? Can't have that.
Cannot. Like,
you're a shooter. Like, we need you to shoot. But no, more the point I was trying to make, the offensive adjustments are frustrating because we should be able to adjust like to what they're doing and make the defensive adjustments or lack of is a fireable offense in my offense. You are the defensive guy. Like, that's your thing. You are like, they call you a defensive guru. Like, that's what you hang your hat on. And you still haven't figured out that every single time Jimmy Butler has the ball and a screen comes, he is looking to either drive or pass. And the way you can stop that is by trapping it right away, because then he has to pass. He has to pass.
And someone else has to initiate the offense.
Exactly. Someone else.
We want that.
We want not their best player. But instead of doing that, you have everyone back off and he gets a clear read of the defense and he just makes the right play. The whole point of a pick and roll is that when you come off the pick, it's now 5-on-4 because one guy got picked. So if you just let them do it, he's going to just read. He's just going to say, all right, the guy coming from the corner, I should pass it to the corner. The big is stepping up on me, I should dump it to the bit. Like, we just make it so easy. And I'm like, dog, Thibs, adjust. What's it called? Josh Hart. This has not been a favorable matchup for him this round. I don't know why. However, adjust. Stop leaving him on the island. Like, just trap. Have somebody else come. If we know Mitch is driving if we know Jimmy is driving did he take? I know he made that 1-3 that I thought was bullshit. He was 1 for 3 from 3. The man is not shooting, right? Like, adjust. Adjust to what he's doing. Like,
Make
come
him
on.
Be a shooter. Like, this is crazy. It's just crazy to watch Jimmy Butler go 1 for 3 for the 3-point line. Still score 20 points. Still scores 27 points. Goes to the free throw line. Get all these assists, bro. Like,
Just adjust. Tibbs,
Do we have too much respect for? Does Thibs have too much respect for Jimmy Butler, bro?
And honestly, another reason why it's 5 o'clock is I think Nick Nurse and Mike Budenholzer are doing better jobs than Thibs. Like, both of them are better coaches. 1, 2, I think that both of them have done better job coaching. Like, I get that Thibs changed the culture and like rah, like, you know, he's a good energy guy, whatever the fuck. I don't know. Like, we need someone to coach basketball. We need somebody to say like, okay, they're keying in on Julius. Let's get RJ in some actions toward the basket. Like, oh, Bam Adebayo steps up to block the shots. Maybe we should give it to Mitch. Like,
no offense. It's so nasty, bro. What offense are we running? What offense are we running? Let me know, bro. Do you see the
offense? And it's terrible.
No one is getting in no pick and roll action. Nobody's open, and when they open, they pull in and they bricking. Like, it's disgusting.
Julius has 6 turnovers. And you know why he has 6 turnovers? Because we put him in positions to think consistently. Why? I don't know. Have we used Julius in pick and roll? I know we use him in pick and pop a lot. But, like, have we put him in pick and roll at all? Is it just never, Mitch bro. In a way?
Never.
And it's like...
It don't make sense, bro.
It
don't make sense.
I don't got nothing.
You are a fucking mop, bro.
Bad
Get your
loss.
shit together, bro.
Bad loss.
Terrible loss.
Hate this man.
Terrible loss. I don't understand why you did what you did. You didn't have to do this. This is some bullshit.
Do not do that.
You are a defensive genius, as they say. Oh man, this is pain. Disgusting. This is pain, bro. Pain cast, bro.
Pain cast. Brought to you by Pain Industries.
Oh my god,
this is hurt. This is
not. This is real. This is not fun
at all.
At all. This is not fun.
I'm hoping that, and we'll talk about it on the previews, but I'm hoping that, like, going home, they aren't lights, like, not that they have been shooting lights out, but like they clearly have just been way more energized than us. And I'm hoping that going home can neutralize that. I will say that they need to put us away. Like, they should win game 5 because just we've been good on the road and I can't see us losing 3 games on the road. Like, that's so out of character. That is so out of character for us. We are so out of character. Oh, man.
The Knicks we know and love is the real question.
Is it time?
It is fucking time, bro.
It's going to be a quick episode of the Rowan Report.
The Rowan Report.
It's your boy. My name is Maurice Brown. Friends call me Mo, and I am RJ Barrett's #1 fan. I am his #1 fan by virtue of latitude. I am the closest to Canada, therefore I win. I have been RJ's #1 fan for a bit now. Followed him in the international play while he was in high school with the U17 and whatnot. Then again, watched him at Duke, was really excited. Him and Zion. And I was one of the few Knicks fans that were actually happy that we did not win the lottery that year because I had concerns about Zion's knee. And I also had concerns about Ja Morant's ability to stay on the ground. And I was excited that we got RJ, and here we are. So this is an awkward episode of the Rowan Report for a couple reasons. Offensively, RJ was not terrible. I've seen way worse stretches from RJ Barrett. This has not been his toughest stretch offensively. However, we could not get a rebound to save our lives. Especially tonight, but the last 2 games, and it comes up. So I'll go game by game briefly. Give me a second. I'm pulling the stats up. This is the pain cast, y'all. Remember that.
Pain cast.
Nothing but pain.
Oh man,
on this
bro.
cast.
This is fucking nuts.
So the first game was game 2. This is the game we won barely without Jimmy playing. RJ had 24 points on 17 shots, 3 assists, 3 boards, 3 turnovers, plus minus -3. Took 9 threes, went 5 for 9 from 3, but 9 is not what you want. And only 3 for 5 from the free throw line. This game wasn't like, it didn't stand out. It didn't feel like RJ was the reason we was losing. However, that might have been, so we just couldn't guard the 3, and RJ is a wing defender. So he's getting some of this slander because we could not guard the fucking 3. Mob for no good reason. But no, that game wasn't the highlight. The game 3 is a really painful one. I'm pulling up the stats now, but I'm pretty sure his plus minus was -32. It was absurd. So RJ got a lot of the time as Jimmy's primary defender and did not go in his favor. 14 points on 16 shots, 2 for 7 from 3, just too much. 2 for 3 from the free throw line. 1 assist, 3 boards. Overall mediocre game, plus minus of -32 in a game we lost by 19. It didn't feel like the plus minus was -32. However, he was not playing much defense. I don't know what the deal was. Not gonna look into it. And then lastly, tonight, 24 points on 16 shots, 3 for 5 from 3, much better. Only 3 for 3 from the free throw line. We decided to stop driving for no particular reason. 3 turnovers, 3 assists, 4 boards, plus minus -7. Defensive effort wasn't particularly great tonight. It wasn't as bad as game 3. Game 3, I noticed it. Game 4, it didn't really feel like RJ was bumming it. I actually felt like Julius was the one on defense, just poor closeouts. Overall, though, this wasn't RJ's worst week. I want to say, if you look back, I've consistently given him like D+, C-, and I'm giving him a C for this week. So he's playing better. He is playing better. He's getting his buckets. So Miami is forcing somebody not named Brunson to beat them, and RJ is like, all right, if y'all gonna let me go 1-on-1, I'm gonna go to the paint. Just smart basketball. However, we don't do it enough, and RJ just has a tendency to settle for the jump shot because they give it to him, and it's like, no, take what you want. And until I see that consistently, I'm gonna leave it at a C. This is the pain cast, but RJ is not the main reason for the pain. If I'm being honest.
Pain.
But yeah, we going C for this week. What about you?
I'm also going C for this week. RJ wasn't the reason why we absolutely sold completely this week, but he was a part of.
Yep.
He was a part of a group effort.
He was definitely
his seed mainly comes from game 3. I hated the way RJ played in game 3. I was like, bro. It felt like Jimmy recognized that RJ was trying to become Rowan Butler, and he made a decision that it wasn't his time yet. And I ain't like that. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's kind of the next step for RJ, but I can't give RJ too much slander because he's been really good this playoffs as a whole. And as opposed to
some others,
Julius, fucking Randle, and Jalen to a certain extent, and it's just nasty work. It's nasty to watch. But Rowan is not the full. I give him C+. It's
fair.
Yeah. This is the pain. This is the pain cast. This is pain. This is pain. Actual pain.
This is pain. So as we transition from the reviews to now the previews. Previews.
It's time for the previews.
So
of pain.
we are looking at Game 5 at home. Must win, obviously.
Absolute must win. Obviously,
literal must win.
Win or stay home.
Win,
respectfully.
This is what it is. So as I'm looking at Game 5, we got a couple things going in our favor-ish. So no 4 days rest, only 2 days rest. I think rest helps them more than it helps us. Okay. I am back. So, as we're looking forward to Game 5 is going to be at the Garden Wednesday, May 10th. I'm guessing that there's going to be no changes on the injury report. I'm not expecting Quickly to be back. Quickly's injury looked terrible. We didn't talk about it, but in Game 3, while going for the loose ball, Bam Adebayo decided to chop block Quickly for no particular reason.
Bam Adebayo, MMA fighter.
Legit. 15-yard penalty in football. Just a part of the game in basketball, but I digress. So going into Game 5 at home, I'm hoping to see a better showing from our guys. I will say now I do got us winning at home, but I wouldn't be surprised if we lost. Some of the things that we're doing are correctable. However, I'm not confident that we will correct them. Full stop. We just aren't doing that yet. Like we haven't yet. And I haven't seen anything to make me think we are going to correct them. So I could be wrong. Maybe
maybe we absolutely sell.
Yeah, that's very possible.
Maybe that's our fate.
There's also a chance we can, make someone not named Jimmy Butler beat us. We can force other people to be playmakers. We'll see. I don't know.
So let's be very clear. I'm going to be clear here, all right? So I'm not going to admit publicly that we're going to lose this series. I'm not. I got Knicks in 7.
That's fair. Knicks in 7. Absolutely.
Knicks in 7 out here on the table. So as we preview these games, I'm letting y'all know I have us winning 3 straight. That's just me.
That's real.
And because we don't come back until the series is over, I'm willing to thoroughly plan on being back here jubilant next week. That is my goal.
Love it.
I expect this is the pain cast, and I expect that to be the prosper cast. But that's neither here nor there. We got to win Game 5, so I got us winning Game 5. Obviously, I think that winning Game 5 puts me a little bit more at ease. Simply because I don't want to be compared to the fucking Atlanta series. I just don't want to lose in fucking 5. Like, I'm just being real with y'all. Like, losing in 5 would absolutely blow minds. I would be depressed.
The fact.
The entire offseason. I won't lie to you. They'd be like, yo, we want a playoff series. I'd be like, yeah, but
nah. We got punched out.
I don't need to be punched out, respectfully. So I got us winning in 5. I think we let the home crowd guide us out of there, and I think Jimmy Butler has to come and play the game of his life again to get them out of there in 5.
Yes,
and Jimmy Butler is capable. I'm not going to say he's not, but I just cannot see us absolutely selling. Like, I just can't see us selling Game 5. So I got us winning Game 5.
Yep. So I will say going forward, we're going to win Game 5. And once we win Game 5, I think we're going to be in a much better position, obviously, because we won't be having lost. But moreover, I think as the series goes on, it favors us. We're younger. But moreover, I just can't believe that some of these things that are happening are going to continue to happen. Like Kyle Lowry getting 15 points on 6 shots in 26 minutes. Like, I just can't see that recurring several times.
Absolutely nuts.
That is absolutely nuts. In the year 2023, he was he drafted in the 2000s? He was drafted in 2006. He was drafted my freshman year of high school. This man is 37.
17-year veteran.
17-year veteran. Still cooking.
Kyle Lowry. Disgusting.
Like, Thibs has to figure Kyle Lowry out, right? He has to. There's no way.
Kyle Lowry should be dominating the series.
I will say the refs have been a factor. I'm not letting them off the hook. The refs have been just blowing some calls. There was a play where Kyle Lowry hooked and grabbed Josh Hart's arm and then just threw his neck back and got the call. And I'm hoping that the refs, look at their tape too and see like, oh, this man's a flopper.
Flop.
He's been flopping crazy. I can't even get mad at him for doing it because, like, you want to win. If cheating helps you win, duh. I'm mad at the refs. You do it. I'm mad at the refs for allowing cheating because you have a choice as a ref. But no, I will say Game 6 is the series. I think we're winning Game 5. I think we're winning Game 6 too. But if they let it get back to Game 7 at home, we're running them out the gym. If for some miracle we figure them out in Game 6 and we leave Miami still in the series, I got us running them out the gym in Game 7. I think the home crowd is going to totally hinder the shooting of the others. I could see Jimmy going off that game, but I don't know if it would be enough to overcome a Game 7 Garden crowd. This is my, Knicks fan optimism. This is what we do. Irrational confidence.
I'm here for Knicks in 7, bro. We win in Game 6. We win in Game 7.
Honestly, if when we win Game 7. Next week is going to be the Irrational Confidence podcast. Change the name. Why do you have so much faith in your team? Son, I'm the Knicks fan, nigga. This is what we do. I don't make the rules.
I just abide by them.
I just live like this. But yeah, I got us in 7. I definitely got us winning Game 5, though. Game 6 is the only one that I'm concerned about. If we lose Game 5, knock on wood, I would be incredibly shocked. Because that would mean they came into the Garden and really sent us home, and that would be. I can't have that for the rest of my summer.
That's paid.
That can't be the beginning of my summer. It cannot.
Paid.
Knicks for clicks.
LOL Knicks.
I got a couple. So I don't have as much this week.
I got one fresh off the press.
Fresh, or let's see it.
Fresh off the press, Julius Randle.
He tweeted?
Nah, they got him at the press conference.
Oh boy.
The Knicks was not playing with Julius Randle, bro. Oh man, you can go first because I'd lost my phone.
Okay, hold up. So yeah, I message the chaos. Oh, where are we? Oh, I don't have any. Oh, I'm selling. He's selling. Hold up, bookmarks. I mean, I didn't have much now that I'm thinking about it. This has been a painful week, like if I'm being perfectly honest. Damn, yeah, I don't think I have one. It's a sell.
Man, just selling.
I am selling.
I got you, bro.
I'm a Nick.
I got you. So your man Julius Randle went to the podium. And as you know, when Julius Randle speaks and he's in a mood, he's probably going to say something that he shouldn't say.
Oh, what did he say?
So Knicks Twitter is up in arms. We're here for it. They asked Julius.
Reddit.
Yeah. They asked
really
Julius.
tough.
It comes from Knicks videos. They asked Julius on the Heat being the team to come up with offensive rebounds and loose balls, and Julius said, maybe they just wanted it more. I don't know. That's who we've been all year. We got to find a way to step up and make those plays if we want to keep this season alive. So, as you know, Knicks Twitter, where everything is an overreaction, is now up in arms about Julius Randle.
Tough.
Being stating a Captain Obvious, a Captain Obvious, maybe something you don't say out loud publicly. I don't know if people be saying stuff
I don't
publicly.
know why you would say that.
Like we know they wanted it more. It was blatantly obvious. It was blatantly obvious that one team wanted it more than the other team, and the team that didn't want it more was the Knicks, and you were on that team. I would have preferred him. I would have preferred him not say that. Honestly, yeah, that's not good.
Agreed.
I can't even.
Yeah, I got nothing for that. I'm reading it. Listening to it wasn't much better.
You can't say that. You can't say that. That's not something you say going into Game 5. That's not.
That's really tough.
That's not something you say, sir. So, yeah, your guy.
That's super
Bags,
tough.
If you're listening, that's egregious work, King.
Yeah, go get your mans.
That's all. Is that a wild thing to say, Breezy?
Yes, indeed. That is a wild thing to say out loud.
Publicly.
Immediately after
getting out
absolutely selling your team.
Oh man, that's nasty work.
Super tough. Man, yeah. So this has been the pain cast. No outro. It's pain. Just stop the record abruptly.
Pain.
This is really painful.
Thank you guys for listening to the Upstate Knicks podcast, Upstate Knicks Paincast. I'm your guy, Van DZ.
Your boy Mo Brown.
You can follow us everywhere at Upstate _Knicks. Well, you can follow us everywhere at Smooth Family ENT. Follow me everywhere at Frostman Guru. Where can they find you?
You can find me at MoBreezy213, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. Yes.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Next week will be a joyous occasion because
will be different.
Surmised the 3-1 deficit.
Next week will be the pleasure cast. Not the pain cast.
The prosper cast.
The prosper cast. Next week things will be looking up. But for now, it
is only pain.
Only pain. Thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all in a week. Go Knicks.
Go Knicks.